Hello, my loves, and welcome to Love, Truth, and Wisdom Tarot Guidance. I hope you all are having an enjoyable day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. I hope you all are doing well. So today I'm here to bring you another pick a card reading, and today we are doing a message of hope for anyone who just needs some type of hopeful message during whatever you're going through, whatever may be going on in your life. This reading is for you. So we have here 3 piles to choose from. We have the first pile here with the white heart, the second pile here with the pink flower, and the third pile here with the twinkling stars. So definitely feel free to pick more than one or all 3 if you feel guided to do so. To keep in mind that this is a general reading, so all the messages in it may not resonate with you, but just kind of take what does and just leave the rest. Don't make it fit if it doesn't fit. I am available for personal readings if you feel guided to get a personal reading from me. That information will be down below in the description box, along with everything else you want to know about me. And then I just want to give a big thanks to all of you for your support in any way you felt guided to support me. It's just been like such a crazy time right now, like energetically, especially for me. Like I pick up on energies really strong, so there's a lot of stuff going on. I can't even get into it like energetically, but also astrologically, and I am just like not feeling it. Like I'm just kind of like in such a weird space right now. So that's why I haven't really been on here doing a lot of readings, but I'm going to try to do some readings, pump out some readings within the next couple of weeks here, just because I'm feeling the urge to do so. So I'm just going to try that. But thank you for your patience, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Thank you for your patience. Watching my other videos and stuff like that. I'm ranting. I don't know why, but just thank you. Okay. So without further ado here, let's get on to your reading. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the white heart emoji, this is your reading for a message of hope for you. So this reading's not going to be too long. It's, going to be quick, simple, short, sweet, to the point. As you can see, we only have like 4 cards here. So let's get into this. So we have here Sacred Reverence 47, which reduces to 11. So the first thing I'm kind of picking up intuitively is that this is like the situation I'm picking up is you walking away from someone that no longer makes you happy or is emotionally fulfilling, but it's causing you a lot of pain, a lot of anxiety, a lot of nightmares, a lot of worst case scenarios. You may be looping in a lot of negative self-talk or just not able to sleep at night if you're doing the right thing. I see here that you are doing the right thing. I'm also seeing pilgrimage. So this could be you moving away or going, abroad or moving across country or visiting another country. It could be another state, depending where you are. But I am seeing this move here. This could also be metaphorically, like energetically. This could be an emotional move, but I'm getting more of a physical move where you are literally leaving someone, and you're really anxious about it. But I do see this is leading towards your independence. So it could be you were in a codependent situation with a person. It could be a place. It could be a job. And it's just no longer serving you. It's no longer fulfilling you. It's no longer keeping you. It's no longer supporting you emotionally or just making you happy in any type of way. And you need to leave it. And it's just causing a lot of anxiety. It's causing a lot of pain, a lot of, like I said, angst. And this is leading towards your independence. I'm seeing some type of completion here. You have 2 9s. So you could be seeing a lot of 9s. If so, that is a confirmation from spirit that you are doing the right thing and continue to do so. Persevere, compassion, have compassion for yourself, have compassion for the other person, the other place. It could be a thing. But I am getting here with the sacred reverence that this is like some type of truth moment, some type of truth that spirit has shown you, especially with the key in the heart. This is like where your heart desires, like you have the key to your own heart, and maybe you thought that this other person, place, or thing had the key to your heart all this time, but it was really just a codependent situation. It was based off fear, not of love. So I feel like you were awakening to that truth. You were understanding that truth. and it's like you're getting inspired to move. I don't know if you even know what's doing this, what's motivating you or inspiring you to like walk away from this situation, but I do think you're heeding the call, but you are nervous about heeding that call. I feel like on the other side of this, with the Nine of Pentacles here, this is a lot of abundance, luxury, independence, happiness, success, joyful living, enjoying and exploring more possibilities with curiosity. I think there's this spiritual essence to your journey right now. Something about this just feels really spiritual, and it feels really like important and significant to your emotional health and your spiritual health as well. I think there's this passion for maybe spirituality that you are now looking into, exploring, and wanting to go towards. Like, you're not wanting to kind of be in the same mundane, like, human society. I'm laughing because I'm trying to find like a polite way to say what I'm trying to say. It's like you're no longer believing the bullshit that society has. Okay, this is not whatever. You're no longer believing the bullshit that society has programmed us to believe about this and this. This is going to make you happy. This is what success looks like. This is what happiness looks like. You're making that for yourself. You're finding that out for yourself. Like, maybe you were told or taught, and it doesn't have to be from society. It could be from your family, whatever. But maybe you were told or taught to believe that a relationship is going to make you happy, whether you love them or not, just having someone around makes you happy, and you're realizing that that's not the case. Or having this particular job with this particular title or label is making you happy, will make you happy, but it's not. And maybe at one point it was, it did, but it was never your, like, it never was yours, like your happiness. It was always like someone else's happiness, like thrusted upon you. It was never something that you felt in your heart that you really loved or wanted to involve yourself in, but you did it anyway for whatever reason. So I just feel like this is like this is like a spiritual, it's like you're going down the spiritual path of like, that's why I was getting pilgrimage earlier. Like, this could be a pilgrimage where you're like, leaving your 9-to-5 job, leaving your career, and you're moving to like Bolivia and like starting a youth program or something, or you're like teaching English to children in Korea, or like, you know what I mean? It's like you're leaving something that served its purpose, that at one point may have made you happy and maybe even successful to a certain degree, but it never really, you always felt empty. You always felt alone somehow. Like, you always felt like there's more to life. Like, this can't be it. Like, you just always felt unfulfilled. So you're looking for that fulfillment elsewhere. And I think this has a real like spiritual thing to it. So it could be that you want to dive into spirituality, you want to start your own spiritual blog or YouTube, or you want to, it's like going down like a spiritual career, something you're passionate about though. Or, and I feel like anything honestly can be a spiritual career. If it's like, it's not the spiritual part that makes it, you know what I mean? It's more like what's in your heart that makes it spiritual. Are you following your truth? Are you following what's in your heart? You know what I mean? I think that's what I'm feeling here. Like, you following your heart is what makes it spiritual, is what makes it honest and authentic and happy. So it's like you're manifesting from a place of peace, from a place of your heart, from a place of spirit. And it's like you're seeing the world differently. It's like you're looking at the world and you're seeing all of life, but it's not from a limited perspective. And if it is, Spirit is really wanting you not to do that. And I feel like you're just enjoying the little things. There's this sense of like categorizing that maybe you used to do, or you don't want to be categorized in a certain type of group. Maybe you want to be a nomad or something. And it's like you no longer view you or the world in a particular category. It's only a fraction of what the truth is and of what you see. And I think that's something you're starting to understand. And I think the closer you look and the closer you observe, the more that you will see yourself as a celestial sentient being. Did I say that right? Okay. And It's like you're allowing yourself to take in all of the world and explore the world. Maybe you want to go travel. Maybe you want to go like country, like, explore all of Europe or Asia or something like that. I just feel like there's this like spiritual thing to what you're doing, where you're moving to. And I think you're going to witness a lot of different stuff on this journey. And I think you're going to have a lot of respect and awe for the world around you and for yourself and for others. I think you're going to experience a lot of what perceives to be very one way. What you perceive to be one way is going to be something totally different in every being and everything and every, plant, animal, whatever the case may be. It's like you're finding this sacredness to life, to different beings. And I definitely feel like the more you lean into this naturally with a sense of surrender, the more you'll find like bliss and harmony and a really profound sense of like your well-being. And I think the dilemma, like, with the Nine of Swords here, whatever your dilemma or you're questioning or you're kind of looping in, telling yourself you can, or telling yourself certain stories that it's keeping you stuck, the more that you can try to reframe your perspective to acknowledge the spiritual connotations in that anxiety, in that fear, in that worry, the more that everything, you'll realize that even that worry, even that negative self-talk has value, because it's showing you your most frustrating challenges. It's like it's showing you something. It's showing you where you hold yourself back. It's showing you where you still question yourself and why you still question yourself, even though this is what you want to do. It's showing you like where you can regard and disregard certain aspects or certain thoughts. Does that make sense? This is a very it's not a difficult energy. It's just hard to place into words is what I'm picking up here. Because I think there's still this like separation between you and maybe your emotional body. I'm picking up that's still kind of trying to merge itself. So it's not quite there yet, which is why it's causing the anxiety. But basically what I'm trying to say is the more that you can embrace the perfection of where you are and how you got here, the more that you'll really see the magic in life and in yourself and in this unity at this very moment. Because no matter who or what's in front of you, no matter what is going on, no matter where you're at, no matter what you have to leave behind, it has its place. It's sacred. It has its, I want to say holy. It has its holiness to it, I guess. And you'll know that what you're doing for the highest good of all, and especially for yourself, because it's creating this like abundance with this Nine of Pentacles. It's creating this like bright future for yourself, this peace, this harmony, this like internal peace, like you are at peace, like you are one, like you don't need or want for anything, because you can have whatever. If you do need something, if you do want something, you can get it, you can have it, you can manifest it, you know what I mean? It's not like there's no need anymore. It's like you're getting rid of your need your need for certain people, places, and things in order to keep you safer in your comfort zone. You're realizing that that's all within you, and you can do whatever you want, honestly, as long as you're following your heart and you're being true to yourself and you're being authentic. And I would definitely look up, I'm getting that this is kind of an emergency message. I don't know why, but it's something that you really needed to hear right now, because I think this Nine of Swords, this anxiety is, you're really on the brink of like, maybe you haven't slept in like 3 days, you have insomnia, maybe you're just looping and tossing and turning and having these nightmares, and it's just causing so much stress. And all these fears, all these worries, all these doubts, they're not real, but they have its place, because they're showing you something. It's showing you what you really do want, and why if you didn't fear it, you wouldn't want it. Does that make sense? It's a weird thing, but it's showing you this aspect of yourself that needs to be seen, that needs to be held just as sacred as your Nine of Pentacles self. Does that make sense? With these two nines, it's like you're the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. You're both. It's not one or the other. One is not worse than the other. It has its place. It has its it has its place. And the more that you can see that and continue to grow and move and evolve, and don't let that hold you back. And like, basically, like, it's okay to have fears. It's okay to have worries about, especially if you're traveling or you're moving to someplace new alone and it's okay. That's okay. But it doesn't mean that you should stop yourself from doing that. It just means that, to me, it feels like it means that this is really important to you and this is something you wanted to do, and it's like an excited fear, but it's causing so much, like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? Like, am I doing the right thing? And it's like, there's still this piece inside you that's saying, yeah, you're doing the right thing. It's just your mind that's like trying to keep you safe, your ego. But your soul is like, this is the right thing and you have to do it. It's like you're being pulled to do so. You just have to. And spirit wants you to know that it's okay. This is for a purpose. This is for a reason, and it's teaching you something. You're growing spiritually and emotionally. You're evolving. You're not happy where you are. It was, like I said, it showed you what it needed to show you, and now it's just time to move on. Can't be in one place for too long. We came here to grow and evolve and move forward and learn about ourselves and who we are. And I definitely think you're on the right track to doing so. So it's okay to be scared. I would also look up the message or the angel number 899. I think that's going to be significant for a lot of you. And feel free to comment it down below for your fellow pile one people. And like I said, also like 911. Also, like, September, because I am filming this in August, so September could be significant. September 8th, 4th, 7th, something. But this is a quick change. I think this is something that's already in progress, but maybe you're at your last, like, step forward and you're really like, oh my God, am I really doing this? Am I really, like, moving? Am I really leaving this person? Am I really leaving this job? Am I really going for something? You know what I mean? I think it's just this last little bit, because 9s are all about ending. So I think it's already done. I think you just needed this like message of like, continue. You're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. Trust yourself. Everything's okay. You're just nervous. Don't let your fears get, ahead of you. But I mean, like, just like you're good. Like, you're fine. But yeah. So okay. So I'm gonna leave it here because I think I should just leave it here. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this provided you with what you needed, some guidance, some wisdom. If not, some insights to your situation. If not, feel free to pick another pile if you feel guided to do so. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I will talk to you all later. Take care. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the pink flower emoji, this is your reading for a message of hope for you. So first thing I'm picking up is that you could be seeing the number 22 a lot, or 222. That's just some extra confirmation that this reading, this message, or there's a message in here for you in this reading. But this card speaks about, so it says tender embrace. So also, I'm picking up that you could be seeing a lot of elephants. I don't know how. Maybe like elephant charms, elephants on TV. Maybe you love elephants. But tender embrace. This is interesting. So this could be about a relationship. Doesn't have to be romantically inclined, but I do feel like this is relationship oriented. I definitely feel like compassion is needed here. Sensitivity, benevolence, kindness is what this card speaks about, but it's like more so listening to your heart, because we have the star reverse. So when the star is reversed, it speaks about a lack of hope, a lack of faith, a lack of trust, also like a disconnect from your spiritual side. There's an imbalance. Maybe you're paying too much attention to material, practical matters, and there's a need to kind of get in touch with yourself again. So this is why I'm picking up there's a need to kind of I'm hearing like place your hand on your heart, like get in touch with your heart and breathe, some deep breathing. Maybe like I'm also getting like there's this sense of like a lack of gratitude, especially with the Five of Wands being here. There's a lot of competitiveness or ego conflicts, or just a lot of maybe like trivial and petty arguments around with others. This is definitely something relationship oriented. Could be with friends or family, but doesn't have to be. But this is about speaking about how you feel with certain people in certain groups in certain social situations. And I think there's a lot of tension between you and another, or you and other people, and there's a need to connect to your emotional side, which you are a little bit disconnected from at the moment. I think you have great ability to be emotionally mature and to approach and respond to situations that aren't emotionally mature or aren't mature in a very clear and honest way. I think you know the truth of what's going on, but you may be afraid to speak it, or you may react instead of just responding in an honest way. I feel like, again, with the King of Cups here, there's a need for compassion. There's a need to tune into yourself and the world around you. I feel like it's like you're having a hard time, I feel like, feeling compassion for someone or people or something. There's this lack of a lack of compassion or tenderness or sensitivity. It's like there's this, you're witnessing something. It could be what you're witnessing in the world. It could be with other people. It could be with friends or family, but you're witnessing something and you're not seeing it from a compassionate sense. So I do feel like Spirit is really wanting you to reduce, or why do I say reduce? Like, because I'm getting like there's pain. Something about this is there's like a pain, or you're focusing too much on pain and not enough on compassion. And there's a need to reduce the pain and focus on compassion in all areas of your life. I feel like this could be going on in all areas of your life, or maybe a particular area, but there's a need to do something different and deliberately that is more on the kind, compassionate side for another person or other people. Because I feel like I'm feeling, this is so weird. I'm getting like mixed messages. So I'm getting this could be like you seeing the world kind of to you falling apart, or you seeing someone's world falling apart, you seeing your friend's world falling apart, or your family. It's like there's a lot of different areas here that this could be affecting, or this, you could be seeing this like fighting or egotistical like pettiness or just problems. With the Five of Wands, it's never like a serious issue. It can get serious, but initially it's always like just a difference of opinions or beliefs or views on something. So I just feel like it's like you're being called to make a difference in someone's world or something, particularly yours, but also in another person's world, in terms of like your perspective or your compassion, because you're a very compassionate person, but I don't think you're seeing something or really acting in a compassionate way for some reason. You could be engaging in a lot of conflicts right now, but not in a smart way, like in a ego way, in a like, what's the point? I might as well, if you can't beat them, join them type of vibe, instead of kind of you rising above that because you know and you see differently. And I know you know differently because of the Ace of Swords here, and I know you feel differently, but you could just be engaging in like lower lower like vibrational situations that, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially here's the thing, like, everyone's at a different level, like vibrationally. That's fine. It's more like where you're at, holding your ground, and then interacting from your perspective, from your vibrational level. Because I feel like you're on a different frequency than these people. Not that you're better or anything. It's just different. Like, you just kind of see more. You know more. You know a lot more than you choose to reveal or even like rely on. It's like you don't believe that you know more, or you don't believe that your compassionate kindness like will have a different effect or will make a difference in your world or these people's or this person's world. So you just kind of like join in on the like whatever the argument or like the competitive, whatever this is, whatever this Five of Wands is to you, instead of coming in with a mature attitude emotionally and like a higher perspective that could honestly solve the problem and could be you're very solution oriented, but you're not adding solutions to it. You're just kind of, you're not adding to the problem, but you're just a part of the problem, if that makes sense. I hope this I hope you understand. Like, I'm not picking on you or anything like that. It's just how the message is coming through. Like, basically, you know a lot more than you are willing to accept and really show people. And they need your perspective. They need your kindness. They need your compassion. You think it's not making a difference in their world, but it does. Even if they say it doesn't, it does. And I think there's like this like lack of commitment to practicing, especially with yourself. And this could be with yourself, honestly. For some of you, it doesn't even have to be with other people. This could be just a conflict you're going on with yourself. Like you're in competition with yourself, or you think you have to be the best at something, or you think like one perspective is better than the other, but you have multiple perspectives, and that may frustrate you, or that may make you feel like, I don't know, it may make you feel funny. It may make you feel like, well, what's the point of doing anything or trying anything, which I understand. I think you're a very evolved being. I think you're very, especially emotionally evolved. I think you have a strong emotional intelligence, but also a logical intelligence as well. You're very smart in all areas. And I think you're very objective with what you see. And I think you see different sides to different things. And I think that makes it hard for you to maybe do certain things or respond a certain way or engage with certain people. And instead of you just accepting and having compassion and love for yourself, that you see different perspectives, which is not a bad thing at all. We all should be able to see different perspectives and to hear other people's perspectives and not, take it on as a threat or get defensive. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of where you're at is what I'm picking up. Maybe not for all of you, but that's the message I'm getting. And you're having a hard time embracing the fact that you are like, you can see different sides to different things. You know what I mean? Or maybe you're having a hard time seeing other people's perspective. And again, with, the Five of Wands, fives are all about challenges and difficulties, but they're also about like perseverance and overcoming those challenges and difficulties by being more solution oriented than exacerbating the problem, basically. So there's this need to kind of figure out where you need to be kinder and gentler to yourself, how you can serve yourself, how you can serve others, in what capacity, how you can be more in alignment to the solution more of the solution, less of the suffering of this person or these people or whatever the case may be. I think if you spend a lot of your time in service to other people, I think it's hard to forget about your own needs. So try not to forget about your own needs. There's this message coming through about accepting yourself and where you can be more loving, like I said, to yourself and accepting of yourself and more loving energy to others, and really make that commitment to practice self-compassion and release yourself from any like perfectionism. With the Five of Wands here, allow yourself the grace to be human. We're all human. Our beliefs and our ideas change all the time, or at least that's how it should be, because we grow, we evolve, we experience different things, and then we see different things, and then we don't think the same way we used to last month, last year, when we were, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's like, allow yourself to expand. Allow yourself to others to expand. It's not your job to tell others how to express themselves, what to believe in, what to feel, even if you don't like what they're doing, or you don't like how the world's behaving, it won't last forever. Everything passes. It's just, everything's just going through a time where everyone's just trying to do their best they can with what they have. And a lot of people don't have a lot right now. That doesn't mean they won't in the future, but right now they're just working with what they have. So it's basically saying, like, just be kind. It's okay to be kind for no reason. It's okay to believe in miracles. It's okay to have hope that the situation will change, that your situation will change, that this person's situation will change. This could be your partner. You and your partner could be going through a tough time, and, you're just feeling like, what's the point? It's like a lot of arguing over petty stuff, and you're just like, you don't want to argue. You love them. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't want to argue with these people. You know what I mean? Whoever they are, you love them. It's just try to embrace their side, their view, their perspective on things. It will change. Trust me. Like, it won't stay that way forever. Just think of how many times your perspective has changed on things. If you're growing and evolving and experiencing life, your perspective has changed a million freaking times. What you believed even like a day ago, last month, last year, 10 years ago is not what you believe now. It's not how you see things now. If you are evolving. Now, if you're not, then I don't know what to tell you, but maybe that's just part of your plan, your sole purpose. But we came here to evolve and to grow and to go through different phases, go through different stair steps, go through different levels of experiencing certain things at a certain perspective to teach us certain things that we need in order to go to the next step, if that makes sense. So it's basically saying just meet everyone where they're at, at their step. Like, it's okay that they're there. It's okay that they see things that way. It's okay. It's not hurting anything. Trust me. Even if it looks like it is, it's not. It's all part of a lesson, a bigger lesson. It's all part of a bigger purpose that you may not logically understand, but your soul understands it. And it's okay to believe that things will get better, because they will. Everything passes. Everything is in a phase. It will get better. You know this. Whatever this Ace of Swords is, you know that things will get better. You know the truth. You know how you feel. You know how these people feel. They're at this level. You know how you feel. You're here for a reason. These people or this person is going through this for a reason. Whether you believe that reason or not, you know it. It's just something you're very clear about it. So the more that you can embrace them and love them and have compassion for them and empathy for them, the better. And you can't have that unless you have it for yourself, because I feel like you were once maybe in this person's shoes, or you once believed or saw things this way, or I don't know. It's a weird message, but compassion is needed here. And I definitely feel like, in terms of your message of hope, is like, have hope, like, have faith. They may seem kind of chaotic, but they're not. You know this. It's like, feel your heart. You know this. You're calm. It's because when I'm taking this message, I'm feeling very calm. Not like pile one, but I'm very calm in my heart and in my head. I'm very clear in my head and my heart. It's just maybe around me that's really chaotic, or whatever's around you that is feeling a little bit chaotic or annoying or argumentative. And you're just kind of be like, well, what's the point of being compassionate when they're not compassionate to me? Or what's the point of being kind when they're not kind to me? Kindness is not, unless you believe in like conditional kindness, then it's like, okay. But like, if you believe in kindness, be kind. And real kindness, the real strength of kindness is when you can be kind to someone who's not kind to you. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean you tolerate disrespect, but you understand why they're not kind, because it's not personal. It's because this person is having a hard time being kind to themselves, showing themselves love. Like, you know what I mean? So it's about not taking this person or these people's like perspectives or attitudes to personally, but it's understanding where they're coming from and why they feel that way. And you like knowing more than them, you can help them, not teach them, but you can just by example, just by, being calm and being like, everything will work out, miracles happen every day. That's all they need to hear. Just plant that seed. You don't need to like teach them or like ram it down their throat. You know what I mean? It's just leading by example. So yeah, so I feel like Spirit's just saying, continue to lead by example. You can do this. Have hope, have faith. It may look chaotic now, but it's the more that you can embrace the chaos, because that's where the magic happens. That's where creation happens. The more that you can find clarity in this chaos, find clarity within your mind and your heart, that everything will work out and be okay. And there's a need to connect to spirit. I also feel like there may be a need to like ground, drink more water, meditate more, sit in silence, watch something really like, I don't know, in terms of like not emotional, but like, maybe I was gonna say watch something really spiritual. It's stupid, but like watch something that like invokes a new perspective on your emotional body or your spiritual body. Something like that. But yeah, so that is what I see for you guys. So I hope this was helpful. I feel like this message was kind of all over the place, but I hope you got something out of it. I hope you got some insights out of it or something. If not, feel free to pick another pile if you feel guided to do so. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you all later. Take care. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the twinkling star emoji, this is your reading for a message of hope for you today. So we have here Call of the Muse, number 31, which reduces to a 4. So we have two 4s here, so you could be seeing 44 or 444. That's just extra confirmation that there is a message here for you in this reading. I'm getting a major cycle is completing, something that's been very difficult, something that's been really drastic or dramatic is finally coming to an end. I think it has to do with you not following your artistic expression or creative expression and you not hearing the call of your muse. I think there was a lack of creativity in your life or tuning into creativity, tuning into your inspiration, allowing creativity to be what it is. I feel like a lot of you are maybe writers or journalers or journal or something like that. I'm getting a lot of writing and music. For a lot of you, maybe you write music, something like that. But something's coming to an end. And I think it's a kind of dramatic end. I'm getting like Tower. It's almost like there's been this new opportunity for you to follow your heart, follow your inspiration, follow your muse, or hear the call of your muse, but you've been denying it for so long that I feel like Spirit had to step in and kind of put an end to something that was blocking this or causing a lot of difficulties and challenges in your life. I feel like this is something you definitely saw coming, but maybe you were just too afraid to end it yourself, whatever this may be. I feel like Spirit is really wanting you to, it's almost like you got an invitation to something and you turned it down because of fear or because you thought you weren't good enough or because you were insecure or whatever it was. It had something to do with creation or creativity or like whatever you're doing, and you got invited to do something and you didn't want to do it for whatever reason. And I feel like that opportunity has not gone away or it's representing itself to you and Spirit's really wanting you to answer the call of your muse. So I'm getting choreographing. So some of you could be choreographers or something or artists in some way, maybe painters, but I feel like there's this ego conflict happening, and I think that's ending. With the Ten of Swords, I usually get that as like an ego death a little bit here. So I definitely feel like you're going through an ego death right now, which is very painful. And it's very intense, and it feels very intense, and it feels very like you're being attacked, but you're not really being attacked. It may look like that on the surface, but it's to kind of put an end to any like imprisonment that you may have been going through. I think you were over identifying yourself to certain things and certain people or places that weren't true, that it's not really you is what I'm picking up. I think there was a lot of unnecessary, basically, I'm getting like there was a lot of unnecessary parts, players, something in your life that was unnecessary and it wasn't adding up. It wasn't adding up right. And I think I definitely feel more like Spirit had to put an end to this. And I think it was causing you not to trust your own magic, your own creativity, your own artistic abilities. And I feel like this is all happening because Spirit wants you to know that you are the source of your inspiration. Maybe you were with someone or in some type of job or doing something that you thought was giving you inspiration, but it really wasn't, or it did for a little bit and it's not anymore, and you're still around there. You're still around that person. You're still something like that. And I think Spirit is really wanting you to use your imagination. It's like you've lost your imagination. You've lost your genius. I feel like a lot of you are geniuses at what you do or something. Like you're like the goat at what you do, or you have the ability to be a genius or the goat at what you do, and you were blocking yourself from doing it for whatever reason, or someone was blocking you like unknowingly, but deep down you knew. Like, does that make sense? It's like you knew that wherever you are or this person or this job wasn't really inspiring you, but for some whatever reason you had to like engage with it or like entertain it. And I think you've entertained it for too long and Spirit's just like, we're done now. So I feel like, yeah, because the Ten of Swords is like an ending. So I feel like you're getting something from a spirit guide, another person who's kind of like your spirit guide is going to come into your life or has came into your life, but you've ignored them, and you're finally ready to be open to that opportunity with them to kind of help you be inspired again. Does that make sense? It could be your partner or someone that you want to partner with. It could be a potential partner. It could be romantic or otherwise. But I think this person was giving you, there's a person that was giving you an opportunity to be inspired again, to find your magic again, to find your creativity again. And you were ignoring it for other things that were very basic or mundane or just, comfort zone. It wasn't getting you out of your comfort zone. It wasn't helping you evolve. It wasn't helping you thrive. It wasn't helping you really tap into the magic of who you are. And that's definitely come to an end. And I think a lot of that stemmed from your own ego believing that it would be, because you were scared to try anything new or do something different or venture out on your own in a certain way. And now that mundane thing is done, it's over with, you're now not forced to see this opportunity, but you're looking at it. You're seeing it as oh, I could get with this person or be partners with this person or, go visit this person and try something new, because the world card also speaks of travel. So it could be you getting opportunity to travel somewhere new, but you were scared to do so because for whatever reason. And that opportunity was supposed to help you open up to your creativity and the magic within you, but you never went. It's not gone. It's still there, but because you were just so tied to your comfort zone or this particular person, this particular job, this particular thing, and you weren't expanding. You're kind of keeping yourself stuck, restricting yourself. And it wasn't even, obviously it wasn't helpful, but it also was kind of blocking you from your true path. If that makes sense. But I think first of all, you're really smart, one. And I think you're ready to open your heart and let the magic flow and let love flow through you and through your intuition and through your emotions. I think you're definitely ready to start using your intuition and your emotions to start feeling stuff, because you've lost that, your creativity comes from your emotions, your art comes from how you feel and your intuition. It's feminine energy. And I think you were disconnected from that for quite some time. And you may have had the opportunity to connect more to your feminine side through a person, place, or thing, but you were scared to connect to yourself or connect to that part of yourself because maybe, I don't know, you were hurt or you just weren't ready, whatever the case may be. But I think you're ready to stop seeing yourself as a victim or as someone who doesn't hold the magic within. I think you're ready to start seeing yourself as a partner in a creative dance of life, basically, or co-creating with life, co-creating with someone else. I think you're ready to start seeing yourself as a partner, basically, and start kind of feeling your feelings and seeing the bigger story to things and start expressing yourself. And I feel other times you may just observed from the sidelines and you just were watching other people live their dreams and be in the flow and be creative and go after their dreams and stuff like that. And I think that time is done because you're tired of watching people from the sidelines, basically, when you're a creative, intuitive, highly empathetic, empathic being that's capable of doing a lot more in your field of passion and art than you are right now. And I think this is a very deep, intimate moment you're having right now, or you're about to have with someone or something. And you're ready. I think you're ready for it. I think you're ready to watch it flow. I think you're ready to allow yourself to be seen in a way that's different than maybe what you've been seen as. And I honestly think you just lost your, I want to say lost your way. That's traumatic, but I think you've just lost touch with your creative side because maybe, it wasn't allowed growing up, or you weren't allowed to be creative at your work, or in your childhood, you weren't allowed to express your emotions or express how you feel. And I think you're definitely coming to a place where you're seeing okay, I'm allowed to, I'm I'm an adult. Like, I can express myself. I don't like being on the sideline seeing everyone express themselves and do this and do that. And you know that you can do that and be the best at it. You know what I mean? And do the best and do the best and basically, like, you know, be the genius of whatever field you're in. And really, like, see yourself be your own muse. It's like you're realizing that you are your own muse and you are the channel that allows creativity and creative energy to flow through. And the energy of your emotions is just waiting to be given a voice, basically. It's just waiting to be given a voice, a name, a shape, a color, you know, journal, finish that writing project, finish that song, finish that tune, start something new, you know, paint, sing, dance. If this is something new to you, you've never been, you know, you never thought you were this creative person, but you're getting inspired by other people living their life and living their dreams in a creative way, and you're ready to do the same. Like, don't worry where any of this will land you. You know, it has its own plan for you. You are your own muse, and, you know, deep down, you know where this is all meant to go. It's for you to understand the bigger picture and the bigger magic in the world and inside of you. And you're ready to experience the answering of that call and the answering of your, like, feelings and emotions. Especially with the world here. The world is always a graduation. It's like you've ended one major cycle in your life and you're ready to start a whole new way of living, a whole new way of seeing yourself, of being, of thinking. You're finally ready to, like, take this opportunity and grow and expand yourself. And a lot of you, I think it's gonna be different for all of you, because I'm getting, like, a lot of different, like, expressions. For some it's dance, it's musical kind I'm getting, and writing, art, you know, stuff like that. But I think you're really good, whatever it is. I think you're really, really good at it. You may not have believed you are, but you really are. Like, you are good at it. And I think you've just been afraid to maybe face that you're that good. You know what I mean? Because maybe you don't want to put anyone else out, but you shouldn't think of it that way. Like, that's not what you're doing. You're good at something. Do it. And other people are good at other things. Other people are, you know, everyone can be the best at everything. But I think whatever you're doing, you can be the best at. And I think you know this, and I think that kind of scares you. But I don't think you're scared enough right now where it's holding you back anymore, because you're tired of where this has gotten you. Just a cycle of pain, betrayal, endings, misery. And I think you're just done with it. You're ready for a new start. You're ready to do something different. You're ready to live a life of being fully in tune with your emotional self, your feminine self. Whether you're masculine or feminine in gender doesn't matter. Like, you're getting in tune more to your creative side of things. So continue to do what you're doing. I think you're going through some type of painful ending right now, or maybe this is past and you're in this place of, like, where you're bored, discontent, or apathetic. But there's an opportunity right in front of you that I don't think you're seeing, because you're still focused on this ending, or this dramatic ending, this past pain, this, you know. I think the more that you can be in the present moment, the more that you can see that you can do whatever it is you want to do. You can follow your heart's desires. You are creative. You are this artistic person that has a lot to express and a lot to say and a lot to share, and you have every right to share it. And I'm hearing, like, be vulnerable or express this side of yourself that has been suppressed for quite some time, and it's needing to come out now. But yeah, that is what I see. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this provided you with some deeper insights or just a different perspective to your situation. If not, feel free to pick another pile if you feel guided to do so. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you all later. Take care.